All right, well, I'm going to get started today getting some of my containers buckets soil ready. Now, we'll make this simple, or try to, because if you know anything about my channel, it's let's figure out how to do things with less work, make it more enjoyable, have a good time gardening. This was all a potting mix. Now it's kind of damp, but not too bad. It's breaking up nice. So here's what I'm going to do. The main thing you're looking for, the main thing, is when you redo that potting mix that's in those containers or buckets, whatever it is you have, you want to make sure that there's enough humus left in there, that it's not just degenerated to the point where it's almost clay or just plain topsoil. That's not going to work well. It's not going to allow good drainage. You're not going to get very good plant growth. So here's what I'm going to do. I've got this one dumped out, and this is just one bucket. And basically the reason I'm doing this today is because we have a nice sunny day. It's going to rain the next couple days, and then it'll be the first of next week before I can do a lot. But today we got a good day. Now, what I'm adding is some of my rabbit manure. Okay? This'll do the compost bit, or this'll do the fertilizing, and it'll do adding more humus. And there's bits of straw in here. There's a little rabbit fur. None of it'll hurt anything. It'll be fine. So what we're going to do is just get in here and just stir this up. Break it up. I got one little chunk that was in the bottom of that bucket that's pretty solid. It's frozen still. That's okay. Won't hurt a thing. Now, I can hear people thinking to themselves sometimes, this is one of those times, well, I don't have rabbit manure. I can't do this. Yes, you can. Because you've probably got something. You might have compost. That'd be fantastic. Leaf mold, anything. Run down to Walmart or wherever, whatever big box store you've got, and buy a bag of some kind of compost. Composted manure, it doesn't matter, whatever it is. Now, I'll put this little frozen chunk right back in the bucket, right on the bottom. Now I'm going to explain one thing. When I do this, like I say, I'm not so worried about fertilization. I can always add that. Whether you're organic or not, you can always add something to the top of the soil or water it into the first couple inches, however you want to go. I don't worry about mixing fertilizers clear to the bottom of the bucket. I want to make that clear. I don't do that. Now, and here's why. And this is one of these things that, you know, I don't have anybody expert and experienced. I'm not reading this off a website. This is my opinion. And it seems to have bared out in practice. When you're doing containers, especially in midsummer, you're watering those dudes every day. Just every day. So there's plenty of way for whatever you put in there, whether it's manure, compost, whatever it is, to wash down towards the bottom of the bucket. And what I don't want to have is a shallow rooted crop, something like a lettuce, that by a month or so in, fertilizer's all in the bottom now, and I've got little roots, and I'm not getting any. So that's why I put it all in the top couple, 3 inches. In this case with the rabbit manure, it doesn't matter. Mix it through, go ahead. Now, one more thing to show you. I don't know how well you can see. Kind of see if I can't give you a view. Unfortunately, I can't look in the thing and do it at the same time, but I've got a lot of soil left here. What am I going to do with it? Well, there's lots of things you can do with it. Throw it on top of another bed, somewhere where you need a little bit more. You do whatever you need. You use it for starter for your compost, because it's been sitting on the ground in that container all year, all through last summer and all through the winter. But what I'm doing is I'm filling new buckets. This was one bucket that I dumped. Okay, so it's just one bucket, and I mixed a little better than half a bucket of manure with it, and it wasn't as big a bucket. It was about a 3-gallon bucket, and these are 5-gallon. But in the end, it appears that I more than half filled that new bucket. So that's just one thing you can do. Now I'm going to show you 1 or 2 more things real quick, because like I say, the weather being the weather, it's a little damp out. I can't do very much, but it's nicer. The temperature's a little better, so I'm trying. All right, hold on. All right, now I just started, just yesterday, put in my tomato seeds and put in seeds for marigolds. Okay, everything else this year is going to be direct sown. I'm not growing peppers that don't need any. If you're growing peppers, hey, get them planted. Probably should have had them planted. But, some of you people are going to think, well, it's kind of late. No, I only want 6 weeks. Here again, I start them in a decent sized cup. I'm not going to have to repot them halfway through. They're going to grow in this cup for 6 weeks. At that point, they're going to be a plant that's big enough I can set them out. The longer you grow them in cups, the more you have things get pot bound and so forth. So 6 weeks is enough, whatever the date is. I know I'm in 6 in east central Kansas, or in northeast Kansas almost. And May 1st is about when I set out tomatoes. So this is just about the right time. Looky what I got here. That's right, chickens. Boy, the next big push is going to be to get that chicken tractor built. So, all right, I'm going to leave you with this nice picture of some chicks. I've got 3 Barred Rocks, 2 Golden Laced Wyandottes, and then I got 1 Rhode Island Red, and that's my granddaughter's chicken. She come in and was looking at mine, and oh my goodness, and boy, I want a chicken. So I just gave her the box I bought them in, gave her $3 to buy 1 more chicken, and sent her down to the farm store. She bought her little chicken and brought it right home. That's the yellow one. Brought it right back and put it in with the rest of them, and here we go. All right, thank you. Y'all have a quality day.